All right, so this is just a walkthrough of how to use the TI84 calculator to write a regression equation. So that's the stat edit stuff that we've been doing in class. Obviously, mine is not a yellow calculator, but all the buttons are in the same spot. So please be looking for all of those buttons. First things first, when you pick up your calculator, you should always clear your calculator. You do that by pressing second plus 7, 1, 2. It should say RAM cleared on your screen, and that's how you know you've reset your calculator. Anytime there's an error on your calculator or something's messed up, that's the first thing you try on your own. Second plus 712. Again, when you first pick up your calculator, you need to turn on Stat Diagnostics. So you do that by pressing Mode and then scrolling down until your cursor is flashing where it says Stat Diagnostics. It's currently off and goes off every time that you reset your calculator, which should be each class period. So you're just going to toggle over to the left, press enter to turn it on, and you're good to go. It's on now until you reset the calculator. To quit this screen, you look for the quit button, which is blue. So you press second quit or second mode so you can go back to the home screen. Great. Now we want to type this table into our stat edit so that we can see the regression equation or the slope-intercept form equation for it. We're going to press stat, and then we're going to edit the list by pressing enter. Make sure it says L1, L2. It should if you've reset your calculator. And we're just going to enter this data. So 2, enter, 5, enter, 8, enter, 10, enter. I'm entering all of the coordinates or all of the numbers from my table. 32, enter, 67, enter, 93, enter, and 103, making sure that these numbers match up just like my table. Okay, don't get them all twisted up in there, okay? Once your entire table is put in, you're going to press stat one more time. This time we're going to calculate something. So I go over to the right for the calculate menu, and you get to choose what type of function you're using. To do slope or to write a slope-intercept form of any sort of line, so a linear regression, we're going to choose option 4. So you can scroll down to 4 or click the number 4 to select the linear regression. Don't need to change any of the settings until you get to store regression equation. And we want to send this equation to y1. So we're going to use the shortcut alpha, trace, enter, to put a y1 right there. It's going to already write the equation in y equals for us. Then we go calculate. Bing, bang, boom. It has given us a bunch of information. Okay, we want to follow this pattern. So we need the A number to be here next to X and the B number to be over here plus B. Now you may have to round these numbers. So pay attention to rounding rules and what your assignment is asking you to round. Usually it's to the 10th, but maybe the 100th spot. Okay, R and R squared are something we ignore when we're just writing the regression. However, the R value is important for the correlation coefficient. Remember, that tells us how strong or weak, negative and positive, our regression is. This one, since it's 0.99, rounding up, that's a really good grade on a test. That is a positive number, so that's a strong positive correlation. If that number is a bad test grade, air quotes on bad test grade, then it would be a weak correlation. It can be a weak positive or a weak negative, but as long as it's a good test grade, it can be strong positive or strong negative. So if we were writing this equation right here for this strong positive correlation, we would say that the equation is y equals, and then that number 8.96x, I'm rounding to the nearest hundredth, plus 17.76, right? I just got these numbers. Let me get it to show up for you a little bit better. I just got these numbers from the screen. 8.96 is the A value, so it goes where the A goes. And 17.76 is the B value, so it goes where B goes in the pattern. Okay, that's how you write a regression equation. The one thing you may mess up on this is rounding, so make sure you're looking at how you need to round your numbers to be able to write your regression equation.